explosive, brutal, uncompromising. These are just a few words that describe Branch Warren. But what many fans don't realize is that the man known for some of the most savage leg development in bodybuilding history didn't start out that way. When Branch Warren stepped onto the national scene in the early 2000s, he had the grainy, dense look that screamed old-school intensity. But there was a problem. His upper body was powerful, thick, and aggressive. But his legs, not quite there yet. At a time when competitors like Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman were setting the bar for leg development, Branch's lower half stood out, for the wrong reasons. Judges noticed, fans noticed, and Branch, he took it personally. Branch didn't just want to improve his legs, he wanted to obliterate the weakness. And he knew the only way to do that was to go beyond what the average pro was willing to endure. Training out of Metroflex Gym in Arlington, Texas, home of hardcore bodybuilding, Branch linked up with his longtime training partner, Johnny Jackson. Together, they created a reputation for some of the most intense, high-volume, joint-breaking leg sessions in the sport. This wasn't about pretty form or textbook execution. This was about pain, power, and punishment. Branch's leg workouts became the stuff of legend. A typical session would include heavy barbell squats, 4 to 5 working sets, often to failure. Leg press with as many as 20 plates, walking lunges with 135 pounds on his back across the entire parking lot. Hack squats with constant tension, often pausing at the bottom. Leg extensions as finishers, squeezing every drop of blood into the muscle. He wasn't concerned with perfection. He was focused on output, on pain, on creating a trauma so deep that the muscle had no choice but to grow. But all that brutality had to be backed up by precise recovery. Branch upped his food intake during growth phases, pounding red meat, rice, potatoes, and protein shakes. He didn't count macros like some of his contemporaries, but he understood what his body needed to fuel growth. He also prioritized recovery, weekly body work, chiropractic adjustments, and rest periods, especially after heavy leg days. ended up with was a body adapting to survive the storm he put it through. The results? Shocking. Branch went from having one of the weaker lower bodies on the pro stage to standing next to Jay Cutler, Kai Green, and Dennis Wolf with some of the freakiest legs in the game. His quads developed deep separation, teardrop thickness, and that signature outer sweep. His hamstrings hung like slabs. And from the back, the glutes were striated, dry, and carved out like granite. By the time he hit his peak, placing second at the 2009 Mr. Olympia, his legs were no longer a liability. They were a statement. Never won the Mr. Olympia, but he won something just as meaningful to many fans. Respect. He didn't have the prettiest physique. He wasn't the most genetically gifted, but no one outworked him. No one outsuffered him, and no one ever questioned his intensity. His transformation, especially in the legs, proves something every serious lifter needs to hear. Weakness is not permanent if you're willing to go to war. So next time you think about skipping squats, remember Branch Warren. Remember the pain, the parking lot lunges, the blood and sweat. And remember this, if he could turn his legs into weapons, what's stopping you?